Hey guys, and welcome back. So I know I say this in a lot of videos, but I'm going to try and make this pretty quick. This is just going to be kind of a greenhouse update, what's out in the garden, things like that. I've potted up a lot of stuff. I've started a lot of new seeds, and I feel like I'm leaving you guys behind. So first things first, I will put up a little clip of the rose that I previously purchased from Lowe's. Unfortunately, one of them died. This one that I'm putting up on the screen, I purchased two. One is thriving and doing really well, and the other one did not survive. So I actually dug it up and brought it back. Lowe's has a really great return policy. I want to say Home Depot and Tractor Supply, maybe. I know Lowe's and Home Depot do, but if you have a rewards program with them and you put your phone number in when you purchase or you save your receipt, you can bring back your plant anytime during the year if it dies. I know some people kind of take advantage of that. They'll bring it home, they'll grow it, it'll be growing fine, and then towards the end of the year it'll die off and they'll dig it up and bring it back. But if you purchase 3 or 4 things and a bunch of them are thriving and one of them is not and one of them doesn't seem to be growing, like my rose, you can always bring it back. There's no problem. They're really good about it. Another thing, my hydrangea, it was really struggling outside. I think I planted it out too early. So I went out and I dug it up, and it looks like it is thriving now. It's got a little bit of green down here. It's got a nice leaf up here, which did get a little sunburnt from being in the greenhouse, I assume. Lots of green, and it's growing really well. So I will plant this out probably sometime in May. I've started peas. I've started more beets. I'm going to update you guys on the second round of onions. Those look incredible. Even the first round, after I cleaned them up and everything, those are bouncing right back and look really good. I even planted some of the first round of onions outside with my cabbage. If you didn't see my last video, I actually went out to my local greenhouse and purchased some cabbage, a couple herbs, things like that that didn't grow well for me personally with the seeds that I had. I also had a problem with one of the seed companies, the peppers, the herbs. The tomatoes did okay. I planted Roma and beefsteak. As you can see back here, this whole top shelf is stuff that I've potted up. So let me turn the camera around and get you guys updated. And right here is my first round of peas. And these are the peas that I showed you guys in the everything that I am growing this year video. These are from Organo Republic. And as you can see, germination is kind of spotty. So I did go out and purchase more. This tray and that tray are all peas, and they are the Alaskan variety. And these are just wilt resistant. I also planted, because this bag is one of their medium-sized bags, I planted a bunch over there by our grapes. So I'll let you guys know if those pop up. Over here, I have some petunias that were still a little small to be potted up, but the roots are growing like crazy. I will actually insert a picture from the other day when I was potting those up. Over here, these are the first round onions, and like I said, they're bouncing right back. I told you guys that some of them would do just fine. They look wonderful. This is the second round of onions we did, and I'm getting ready to actually trim them today. They look amazing. I'm super excited. We're going to have plenty of onions. These are going to be scattered everywhere. I don't know if you can see it out there, but those are the garlic. Those look incredible. I keep saying that I'm going to move the pine shavings and fertilize them. When I do get around to doing that, I'm going to use this fertilizer. This is the one I've been using, 926. If you didn't know, and I will put up on the screen what each of these numbers means, because this I know is nitrogen, I want to say phosphorus, and then potassium, but all plants are different. This is just kind of an all-purpose organic one. And with the organic fertilizers, I personally am okay using double, if not triple, the amount recommended. I've shown my favorite garden soil in previous videos, but the other day, this company, which I get my worm castings, my perlite, and my vermiculite from, had these on sale at Lowe's. So I picked up a couple bags of these, and it actually looks pretty good. So I potted up with some of that. Like I said, peas. These are the petunias that I potted up the other day, and these are going to start growing like crazy now that they're potted up. I also potted up our black velvet nasturtiums. I've got more nasturtiums down under, but those are not black velvet. This is the purple basil. This is the only basil that germinated out of the herbs that I started from Organo Republic. Over here, we've got our Jersey Devils. And like I said, I've labeled them Jersey Devil B, Jersey Devil M, just so I can tell the difference to see if there's a better seed based on the company you get them from. Over here, I've got my Romas. These look really good. And then I've got my Roma Supremos, and these are the ones that I got from Botanical Interest. Leave a comment below what your favorite variety of tomato is to plant, because I have 3 different ones. So for cherry tomatoes, it's going to be the Patio Choice yellow tomatoes. The best tasting cherry tomato, if you've ever grown them, highly recommend. They're kind of prolific, but not as like huge as a super sweet 100, but they are the most delicious. They're sweet and oh, they're the best. For a paste tomato, it's the Jersey Devil. Easily outranks the Roma. I'm trying the Roma Supremos this year, so we'll see how those do. But as of now, it's the Jersey Devil, and they beat out my Romas last year. So that is officially my new favorite paste tomato. I'll put those up here. And last but not least, for a slicing tomato, oh, it's really hard because I love my purple Cherokee, but I also really liked my black Seaman tomatoes. Last year, they grew more than any of my other tomatoes that I grew last year, and I only had a few of those plants. So I'm going to go with purple Cherokee because those have been my favorite slicing tomato for quite a while. However, I am trying a lot of new slicing varieties this year, like bigger tomatoes. I've got orange accordion, which I think those are going to be amazing. So I'll take you guys along as those ones continue to grow. I've got a bunch inside, and I'll put up a little clip of that at the end of the video. My snapdragons, look at these. They look incredible. Look at that. Oh, I'm so excited. Look, this one's got a bunch of little babies growing down below. That one's got a little baby growing in there too, a couple of them. Those are growing actually right off the original stalk of the plant. Oh my gosh, look at that one. That one looks wild. So everything's looking really good on this top row. Again, this is everything that's been potted up, as well as this tray of peas. We got marigolds down here. These are the Black Beauty tomatoes that I just started, a couple of the cabbages I purchased, and some dahlias that didn't fit on the tray at the very end over there. These are also peas. These 2 trays are beets. I'm probably going to start at least another tray or even 2 of beets. I really like beets, and pickled beets are one of my favorite snacks, so I really want to try and get a lot of those this year. I've got alyssum. Some of it I've already planted out. I've also got calendula, poppies back there, all of my greens, another thing of cabbage that I purchased. These greens are getting really big, so I'm hoping I can get those out probably next week. I've got my second round of tomatoes and peppers over here, as well as the 2 herbs that I purchased, and then my tray of dahlias. Another thing I have over here, these were the beets that I planted previously, and the ones that looked good I planted out. It looks like some of them are still good. I might plant a couple more out. A second round of carnations and a second round of snapdragons. So those are just now popping up. So again, everything in here is growing really great now that we've gotten out of the cold weather. 36 was our low last night. And I'll actually put up on the screen a screenshot of what the app that I use that connects Bluetooth to my thermometer in here. So I think that's it for today's video. Yesterday was officially spring. As always, I will take you guys along as things continue to grow, how I care for them, when I pot them up, how I pot them up, when I plant them outside, and all things gardening. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next video. Is it a thermometer? Yeah. Or is it a thermostat? A thermostat is the thing you change.